We are playing an intrinsically dangerous game because we are cutting ourselves off from reality. And that can come back not just to haunt us, but we can smack into reality in a very dramatic way because it's unexpected.
To deal with climate change only on the level of political theory or on the level of scientific facts is extremely superficial. We have to investigate what it is in the deep structure of the human mind that just makes us unable to move in the face of cognitive, intellectual insight into the facts, but even also in the face of conscious experience of the situation we find ourselves.
As a species, we have evolved under natural selection, just as all animal species evolved. And in our history, there was never selective pressure. There was never pressure to think more broadly in terms of either time or space. And so humans didn't evolve to do so. Yet that's precisely what sustainability today requires. Particularly, it requires us to understand the distant past, because the distant past gives us lessons, and it also tells us how we came to be in the circumstances that we're in today. And we have to understand how to take the lessons of the past and project them into the future. We have to anticipate what the future is going to be like. Humans don't tend to think in terms of the long-term future. They think in terms of the immediacy of their lives.
Obviously, if we're concerned about the future of humanity, the future of our planet, we have to really think in terms of the future. We have to think in the long term. Natural selection doesn't do that, never has done that. There is no foresight, there is no forethought, no looking ahead in nature. The human species is the only species that has even the slightest chance of looking ahead, the slightest chance of using foresight. And we do, and we are, in a way, the best hope for the future of the world because of that. But nevertheless, we've got strong relics of our evolutionary past. It's a struggle for us to break away from the lack of foresight, the short-termness which bedevils the whole of the rest of the natural world.
Looking at our evolutionary history essentially tells us where we come from and why we are the way we are to this day. But it doesn't really tell us where we're going.
We're in a world now where the future matters, and yet we're still wired for the here and now.
Evolution has invented many things. It has invented emotions, it has invented color vision, it has invented the conscious sense of selfhood, and it has obviously also invented self-deception.
We now have changed every cubic meter of air and water, and every hectare of land on Earth now has a human imprint. We are moving into a new era, and the question is, are we the kind of creature, are we the kind of being that can handle this new epoch, the Anthropocene, that we have created?
Throughout history, there's been conflict. But actually, humans are really evolved to get on with each other in groups. It's when those groups are in conflict, fighting over the resources, that you have the wars and the battles. And of course, you can always land grab for more territory. But what happens when you run out of territory? What happens when you run out of land?
There's almost nothing we can exploit in terms of space on this planet anymore. We're exploiting time now. So we're destroying the quality of life of future human beings on this planet. We know that we do it.
Makayo papala e como ako i au malu.
The Aina is our land, yeah, the Aina.
Why do certain groups, even those who aren't perpetuating a problem, why are they taking action to benefit future generations in ways that would, say, help them overcome problems of climate change?